the before and after. See how much of a difference that makes? Good morning! Hey everyone, it is another day. Yes, I'm still in my robe, and that's one of the benefits of working for yourself. You get to work in your robe if you want to. Maybe you feel like it's a robe day. Today is a robe day. I will change soon. Don't worry guys. It's cold this morning. I just want to feel a little bit cozier and a little bit more snugglier. I'm gonna open this window here. But yeah, it's another busy day. I spent most of the morning, oh, hello. Let's let this adjust a little bit. I spent the morning editing today's video, which will go up hopefully in an hour or so. I like to have them up in the morning, but I wasn't able to edit last night because we were so busy. Get up as early as I want to, but as long as it's up and it's done, then that's good enough for me. But yeah, today's gonna be another busy day. I'm gonna be ordering new things from Windy Point. I'll probably show you guys that. We have soap that needs to be cut. We have orders that need to go out. We have photos that need to be edited and listings that need to be updated. A jam-packed day. Again, you're gonna probably learn a ton. But yeah, this is what it's like when you are a full-time soap business. For those who are new and who have randomly stumbled upon this channel, hello, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Jerica. I am the owner and creator of Quench, which is a soap and bath bomb company. And on this channel, I talk all about how I run my business. Sometimes I run it in a robe, how I sell my products, how I do everything. So if that's something that you would like to watch, please subscribe. For those who are subscribers, welcome back. And now let's get to it. So I changed out of my robe and I'm now in a hoodie. I didn't want to change into a hoodie. I want to stay in my robe all day, but some people don't agree with that. But I'm still comfy in this hoodie, so it's okay. Kale is now in the process of what? What are you doing?
I am cutting up some labels for bath bombs that we are going to put on a wholesale order.
Yes.
So I don't need all these for the order, but we're gonna need these. I'm just doing a whole sheet of French lavender, Georgian bay, and raspberry vanilla.
Nice, awesome. And here is the lotion that I made yesterday. This is the lemon rosemary
We need a label for that too.
I need to make a label for this. I only make lotion in tiny batches like this because I don't like keeping lotion over a long period of time. We got one large one and that's for the customer, and then we have these two little minis, and we are gonna give this one to a customer that we really like. She's actually a fellow vendor, so hopefully she likes that. And then we'll have this random one for sale in the market, and it'll probably get snapped up. These little lotions, they sell really well. I think people like how small they look. They look kind of like milk jars. I don't know, it's kind of blurry right now, it's hard to see. People really enjoy these little jars. And this one is my own personal one that I made because I really like the scent. It turned out really nice. It's like nice and refreshing. It's made of lemon, rosemary, and bergamot essential oils, and it's really soothing and nice. I'm going to be cutting today our signature soap, Georgian Bay. Ooh, what does it do? Let me get that back. Yeah, there you go. I'm cutting my Georgian Bay soap today. This one we are constantly making all the time because people love it here. It's their signature soap. It's beautiful, smells great. It appeals to both men and women, so that's, I think, a big selling point for it. But yeah, I will show you me cutting it now. I don't think I explained it properly last time, but when I mentioned in the last vlog, which I'll link over here, when I mentioned that I gel my soaps by putting them in the oven, what I mean is I put them in the oven so that I can insulate the heat a little bit. Back when I first started making soap, I started to get soap that had weird rings in the middle, and I was always wondering, what the heck is this? And it turns out it's your soap getting really hot, and because you're putting your soap to sleep in maybe a cold place, the outside doesn't get as warm, or the heat in the middle of the soap doesn't reach to the outer edges of your soap mold. A way to get that circle to expand to the edges of your soap is to provide a warm place for your soap to go to bed overnight, and that's what the oven is for. So what I do is I put the oven down to our lowest setting. Our oven gets as hot as 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So we set it to 200, and then once it gets there, I turn it off. I wait for a few minutes, and then once it's cooled down a little bit, then I'll pop this guy in there. That's usually all I need to do to get the ring of gel to go to the whole soap. I haven't had a gel ring in quite some time. That is what gelling is. I'm sorry I didn't explain that. So here is the cut soap. Oh, look how pretty it looks. Yeah, we just absolutely love this bar. The brown I get from cocoa powder and a little bit of paprika, and the dark blue is from indigo powder. Everything else is mica, titanium dioxide. It smells so good. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful bar of soap. So that soap is all cut, and now I am going to be making raspberry vanilla shampoo bars. Then I have photos to edit and listings to update after that. Here's me making some shampoo bars. So remember those pictures I took in yesterday's vlog? This is the raw file that I've uploaded onto Lightroom, and what I'm going to do now is edit this so that it looks perfect for my website. This is going to be my website's product picture, and I'm also going to include this as well in my Etsy listing. So when you first upload it onto Lightroom, it will look like this, or at least when I do it, it looks like this. And over here you have all these controls, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually scroll right down to the bottom, and there is a setting here called dehaze, and I'm actually going to bump this up to 10. And what that does is actually makes it a little bit crisper and cleaner. And then I'm going to go up here, and since I take pictures using a DSLR with a lens that tends to distort the picture a little bit, I'm going to remove that distortion by clicking these. This is the profile corrections, and remove the chromatic aberration. Then I'm going to go scroll right up, and I'm going to sharpen it just at the very edge of that, between this red zone here and the regular zone. And I'm also going to up the masking up to there. So the next thing I'm going to do is adjust the exposure. So I don't know if it's translating on my camera very well. It looks pretty bright on the screen, but to me in person it looks kind of dark, so I'm going to bump up the exposure just a little bit so that it looks a little bit brighter. I'm going to adjust the contrast so it's a little bit, so it pops out a little bit more. I'm going to reduce the highlights, which will flatten the image a little bit. And then I'm going to lift the shadows so that you don't see as many shadows. I'm going to up the whites in this picture as well. And I'm going to bring down the blacks so that we get a little bit more contrast. So as you can see here, it's only incremental changes. And so far so good, it's looking okay. Still looks a little bit dark, so I might up the exposure a little bit more. And then down here for presence, I'm going to fix the clarity. I'm gonna make it a little bit, bump up the clarity just a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little bit more vibrant, and I'm gonna up the saturation a little bit. And to me, I know this isn't really translating onto the camera, but it looks a little yellow to me, so I'm going to adjust up here where it says the temperature. I'm gonna make it a little bit cooler so that it's not as yellow. And remember, you want the changes to be very incremental, because at the end of the day, you want the product listing to look exactly what your product looks like, so you don't want to change things too much. So that's looking pretty good. It's looking kind of crazy on the camera right now, but it's looking pretty good to me here. And so now I want to get rid of all of this, the surrounding area, to make it just a completely white area. See how I have the edge of the I have the edge of the board here, which isn't great. So what I'm gonna do is, there's a tool up here, it's a little rectangle, and this adds a block of adjustment to wherever you want. So I'm gonna click that, and I'm gonna block off the edges of this picture so that it's just completely overexposed, and that way it can just overexpose the edges of the picture without touching the actual object in the middle. So let me show you how that works. I've already selected it, and I'm going to start from this side and just bring it over. And you can see how it just completely whites out the edge, and it just makes it completely white. So that's pretty neat. I'm gonna go over to the other side and do it on the other side as well. And there you go. And I'm gonna bring it up to the bottom. Let me just maybe adjust so it doesn't look as weird over there, and bring this down. And then I'm gonna do a final one at the top. And there you go. So when I click done, you have a completely isolated product that's surrounded in white that would look awesome on your website. So the only thing that we do now is crop it. I'm gonna click this crop tool up top here, and I'm gonna bring in the corners. And I'm not gonna crop it too tight, because if you do that in Shopify, it makes the product look really big. And so I'm gonna give it some room to breathe a little bit and center it. And then I'm gonna click done. And there you go. That is a finished product right there. And you can see in Lightroom the before and after. See how much of a difference that makes? It's pretty crazy. And yeah, it's just night and day. See how much of a difference that makes? Before, after. Hey guys, so we're back to the raspberry vanilla shampoo, and this is what it looks like after I've melted it down somewhat. It's now at the stage where I'm gonna have to let it cool down even more so that it's tacky enough to press into pucks. Right now it's way too liquidy. That's gonna take a while. Making shampoo bars isn't necessarily difficult. It just takes a while. It's really time consuming. It just is, you have to really set aside a lot of time to make them. I really love this product. I love our shampoo bars. A lot of people do too. It's a great thing to add to your line if you have the time and the patience. So now I'm on my Shopify's editing dashboard, and you can see it's still talking about pumpkin season. It's definitely not pumpkin season anymore, especially here in Canada. So this has to change. This banner image has to change. And the way I do that is, I should mention that I'm using Shopify's Brooklyn template, which I love. I love the Brooklyn template. It's just so clean and beautiful. So the place I go to change this picture is, I go to, I think it's, yeah, the slideshow. And the first slide is this guy. So I'm going to remove this guy, and I'm going to select an image. I'm gonna drag it over to where it says drop image to upload. I'm gonna wait for it to upload. And there you go. Now it's definitely not pumpkin season. I'm going to change what this says. So I'm gonna select that. And then now I'm going to change it to say something else. Maybe I'm gonna say spread, and then down here, Christmas cheer. That'll be fun. All in caps. This could change. I normally change it a lot, but spread Christmas cheer. Oh, that looks great. Cool. And then I'm gonna change, so right now the button goes to my fall line. I wanna change this to shop Christmas line. So it'll say Christmas line. And then I'm going to enter the link here. So I'm gonna X out of there, I'm gonna pick up the Christmas collection, which I'm pretty sure I have on here. Christmas collection. And there you go. I'm gonna save this guy right now. And I'm gonna try to change the other slides to be more Christmassy so that it all falls within the Christmas theme that I'm trying to go for here. So I'm gonna go back. I have this like face care thing. I don't know if I wanna have this like as second. I'm gonna maybe put it at the very end. And then over here, the next slide is easily send your love from a distance. I think I'm gonna change that to be one of my Georgian base sets. So there you go. And waiting for it to upload. Yes. Awesome. Select and see how it says easily send your love from a distance. Let's change it to be more Christmassy. Let's give the gift of hemp. So these banners, these are the first things that a customer sees when they go on my website. And it's really important that the first thing they see is a call to action. And see how the very first one is, oops, the first slide is spread Christmas cheer. And right away, they're directed to a link that sends them right to a place where they're really likely to make a purchase. In this case, it's the Christmas line. The next slides all have something to do with gift giving and Christmas, and that's really what you want to do is lead your customer to a place where they can buy something and check out. Here, hello Georgian Bay. This is what we're known for, is our Georgian Bay scents, so that's our next one. And then here we have our shampoo bars, and then there's our other balls there. I might change that to be the peppermint candy ones or candy cane ones. Let's move that ball one up because it's another one of my best sellers. So I'm gonna move that up there. I'm gonna change this and upload, maybe try to drag this guy into here. Waiting for it to, yeah, it's weird how it just keeps cycling through the slides as though I'm actually looking at it, but yeah, look at that, isn't that pretty? That is the very beginning of my website, and everything else down here is all leading my customer to look at what is our best sellers and helping them make their purchase. If they're unsure of what I'm selling, or if they're unsure about where to go to buy stuff, then yeah, your website's not gonna be able to convert very well, but our website is really, really doing well this year in terms of sales, and I really think it has to do with these really nice banners and down here showing what our best sellers are, and then a little simple blurb about what we do. More stuff that I have to update, but I really don't have time to do right now. This is our Instagram feed. Love Shopify, really highly recommend them. If you decide to go with Shopify for your website, you will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you learn it, your business will be the better for it. Just doing some shopping at Windy Point. My gosh, wow. But you gotta do it, gotta do it. Hey guys, so it's now nighttime. I finished making my shampoo bars and that is in the freezer, and it's just gonna go to sleep overnight and then they're gonna be ready for the morning. And I was going to make soap. I think I mentioned that to you guys, that I was going to make some soap tonight, but I think what we're just gonna end up doing is put certain scents as sold out and just not even worry about that and sell off the rest of that, of the stock we have in that scent, because we've been working so hard since the beginning of October, fulfilling wholesale accounts, dealing with the early Christmas rush, which never really stopped. It's still going strong. So we're just gonna be kind to ourselves and not kill ourselves, and maybe next year we'll have a staff that will help us make all that soap. We're just gonna take it easy tonight, and by take it easy, I mean we are going to be fulfilling orders. Yeah,
we got stuff to do.
So we're not really taking it easy. We still have to get these guys out the door. I can't go too close because it will show the addresses, but yeah, it's just, this isn't even half of it. Sometimes in business, you just gotta know when to go hard and when to step back, but the important thing is that you don't stop. Then we are not stopping. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And all of you who have already subscribed, you are awesome. More Etsy notifications coming in. You guys are awesome and appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are just, your comments have been amazing. Thank you for asking questions in the comments, because everyone can see them, and so when I answer them, you're actually helping other people out, I'm sure. Please keep doing that. Please keep leaving comments if you have any questions about what you've seen today. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. Keep smiling, keep hustling, and keep growing. Bye, guys.